Alright. So originally I was gonna make a little skit on all the on the different customs, but yeah. Uh but yeah, I wasn't proud of it, but okay. Anyway, so I'm just gonna show you all the customs and who I made it from. Alright, so first up is the Chick Hicks student from Rayson. And I made it from Thailand Paul Conrav. And yeah, it's based off the second Chick student, and of course has the number 2. And of course I got Doc, and here's the Doc student, who's also based off of of Doc student 2, and I think I made it from either Cal Weathers or yeah, I think it's from Cal because I can still see some of the blue normal rims. So yeah, and then alright, then I made it out of a duplicate Murray clutch burn that I got from the Lane Lock pack. And of course, I gave away the TG pack Murray alongside the Tim Treadless and Danny. And then you got Candace, who I made from Natalie Certain, and the reason why I did that is because of the World Cars Entertainment. He had his Natalie Certain Candace made his Candace out of a Natalie Certain. I mean, most people would use a normal cruiser, quote unquote normal Cruiser Ramirez. I don't consider the Trainer Cruise normal at all. I consider the Dynaco one normal, but I could just consider that Trainer Cruise. But yeah. So, but yeah, I don't. I probably wouldn't even use a normal cruise. I just use just use Natalie Certain. Anyway, next is Stinger. I made it from a Brick Yarley. So I made it from the China brick. I used the Thailand brick because it actually has a different eye color because it actually helps diverse everything because all the other stock cars have brown eyes except for Bobby Swift. You got Chick Hicks modified, which I added a Lego onto him and taped it on there, and yeah. So Chick Hicks was made. So modified Chick Hicks was made from H.J. Hollis, the Thailand version. I still have the China one. Alright, so then for the Queen's Gang, alright, so Vince I made a long time ago, and I made from a Chick Hicks with a headset because obviously I feel like using Ramon would be a poor choice. You got Barry, since I didn't have a spare snot rod, I felt like a Carstream McQueen would be the next best thing, and I got and of course it's a duplicate Carstream McQueen, and of course it's a little inaccurate with the top, but I might fix that. Anyway, next is Sony, who was most recently made, and he is he was made from a Thailand Barry DePedal because I'm using the Vietnam one. Next is Lenny, who I made from another Chick Hicks with headset. So yeah, so I made 2 characters from a Chick Hicks with headsets. And I tore off the headset because, well, there's no need for the headset. Because I felt like there was no need for a headset. And besides, Chick never even had a headset in the movie, so that's why I always did every time I had a Chick Hicks with a headset. Next is El Guapo. I made it from a Tex Danica. I felt like that was kind of ideal. And I used a duplicate. Yeah, and of course I got a duplicate text from when I got Rev Go Racer and Todd Marcus. The Desert Race 11 pack. And then you got Yuri from International, who is the Russian car that appears in it. I made it from a Bobby Swift, I made it from Bobby. Then you got Koju, who I made from a duplicate from the Vietnam Rusty's Cruise that I got in the pack. Which, if I ever use Rusty's Cruise, I'll use the Thailand one. And then you got Jim Revick, who I made from a Ryan Laney. At first it was Harvey Rocket, but now it's Jim Revick, and after I get the actual one, it might be disposed of because I can't really paint over it anymore. Then you got Jeffrey Earnhardt, who I mistakenly put on the spiky mold instead of the chase mold, which we'll get to later. But yeah. So this is Jeffrey Earnhardt. So I just since DEI closed down in 2008, I decided to go with Junior Motorsports as a sponsor. Alright, next we have 2 custom McQueens. This one's Lightning McCovid because I don't know if I'm gonna actually buy Lightning McCovid, but I call the Jackson Storm predecessor Elisa Bumprich, which is based off of Lee Unkrich, a basically gender-bent version of him, which is interesting. So yeah, so this is basically a gender-bent African American queer. Yeah. So yeah, it's just basically Lightning McQueen, but feminine and has Igniter as a sponsor. Then you got Sonic the Hedgehog McQueen, with the sponsor being Sega, him being number 91, which represents the year Sonic was made, and the 7K All-Star was on the side. So yeah, this is Lightning McSonic. And then we have an Accurate Dirksen, and I plan to do the same with Accurate Cam and my yellow rimmed Ponchi. I actually have the black rimmed one, but I'm going to leave that one as is. Then we got Bobby Retesta, who is very inaccurate, and once they've actually been made in Thailand, once both him and Bruce Miller have been made in Thailand, I'm probably just gonna make them into something else. But Apple Stock Car is probably going to be here to stay because they're never going to make Apple Stock Car, let's be honest, because everyone simps for next gens. Then you got Car Street Gunther. Yeah. Yeah, you can actually, there's actually like a cars, you can actually have I actually bothered to make a Car Street version of Taco Man Racer. And he's unique because he's the only Cars of Video Game Racers, or he would be the only Cars of Video Game Racer to ever return to Cars 3. Maybe that's high performance in Sun Valley Speedway actually meant something for Gunther. Oh, anyway, so we have this Jack-o'-lantern Jack the Post, which was originally going to be Barry, but apparently turned transparent. So I made Jack-o'-lantern Jack the Post, which actually fits him because he's actually a Jack-o'-lantern because his name is Jack. Then you got me, who is Then you got me, who I don't even use anymore. I primarily use one of my Jimmy Johnsons now. Anyway, next we got Lucas Jack, who I'll actually use. And alright, so here's a custom NASCAR racer that was speculated to have existed. We got Bill Rayson, who I made from Chick Extra Headset, and he's the 1988 Piston Cup champion. You got Alan Karwicki, who isn't really a champion in the Pixar universe, but he is a real-life NASCAR champion. He of course, he's the famous Underbird who won the 1992 championship, which was one of the closest points battle in history. And it was actually between these two, oddly enough. Then you got Dale Earnhardt, who is all, of course, speculated to exist because Dale Earnhardt Jr. appeared in Cars 1. And I made him from Red Meeker, and of course I made him from Strip Weathers. And the reason why I did that is because I based him off of the NASCAR Rumble Wiki, who's unlockable. Next, you got a Kyle Larson NASCAR, because God knows we're never gonna get because we know we're never gonna get a NASCAR Kyle Larson because Eric Breaker exists and Larson's little racism thing from last year. Anyway, next we got two other new next gens. So we have Emmy Thrallman, who is supposedly my replacement, and she's also kind of a slut. And alongside her girlfriend, Emma Roundrack, who's actually my daughter, well, not my actual daughter. We haven't had one yet, but in the Cars universe, that is our daughter. And they're together. And also, here's the other one, Amy Hicks, who's Chick's niece. And she's also a slut. So we have 3 sluts in this custom thing. So yeah, that is all my customs for right now. At least until I decide what to do with this Thailand cam.